हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम यू ऑल टू एआई की पाठशाला। एआई की पाठशाला आपकी अपनी पाठशाला है and whatever session I am conducting, it's absolutely free of cost. And those of you who want to join my live session, you can go to the description section of my video and join my Telegram group from the link attached there. Because I post all my joining link in the Telegram group, and I also update my schedule and everything there only. You can also put your doubts related to the videos in the comment section of the video or in the Telegram group. I will take that doubts during the live session, or I will make a separate video for your doubts. That's all. So we are doing the object-oriented programming, and we have already covered 7 sessions in the object-oriented programming series, and today is the 8th session. And today we are going to discuss very important thing, the static method and the class method. These two concepts I will be discussing with the help of code. Step by step, we will be moving ahead, and that's all. Let me share you my screen first. So let's share the screen. Those of you who are watching, who are coming for the first time and who have not watched the earlier video and may face difficulty, so you can interrupt in between and ask questions. This won't be an issue. So first of all, what I want, first let me create a GitHub repository for the today's session. Whatever today's session I am going to conduct, let me create a GitHub repository for the same. So I have opened the GitHub. You should also open your GitHub page and go to the new here and create one repository by the name. So let's name the repository as advanced underscore Python underscore session is 008. I suppose so 008 is the session. Let's say advanced Python 008. Fine. This is the name of my repository I've given. Let's keep it public. Add a readme file, add a getignore file, and just add Python here. Choose a general purpose license. Let's choose MIT license and create a repository. This is a very simple thing we are doing every day. Now, when your repository get created, just just copy the URL from this. For cloning the repository, you need to just copy the URL from here. And now, after that, you have to open your VS Code. So let's open the VS Code. This is yesterday I have discussed these things. So this is all showing here. So, okay, or fine. So I want to just close this, save, okay, fine. And now I want to open a new window. So open a new window. Just open the new window. My new window has been opened. Inside this new window, clone your GitHub repository that you have just created. For cloning the GitHub repository, you have to click on here, clone Git repository, and paste the URL that you have copied, and you have to select the first thing, clone from URL, and just click on it. If you will click, it will ask you to select as repository destination. So let's select the repository destination. I'm selecting no, this is not. I'm selecting the repository desktop. Okay. Desk selects AI Ki Pathshala and Python. This is my repository destination. Just select repository destination. So your repository will be cloned on that destination. Now, it is asking me, would you like to open the cloned repository? Yes, I want. So I'm opening the repository. It is asking, can you trust? Yes, I trust the author. So this is how. Now we are ready to go. Fine. See, This is the repository, advanced Python 008 I have created here. Now, do one thing. I want to create a Python file here. So for that, just click on this new file and name this file as today what I am going to discuss, static and class method. So let's name this as static dot py. This is the name of my file, static dot py. So when you are creating this static dot py, this thing has been created. This now, one thing, this is for you, Ruchi. Since the thing that you were seeing on a screen, the font size is smaller, so it will be difficult for you to read it. So what you need to do, you have to go to this setting option. Here, can you see this gearbox? And when I'm clicking on it, manage is coming. You have to click there and you have to go to the settings. When you open your settings, here there is a font size. You have to increase your font size. By default, it will be 12. So you can increase the size to whatever size is comfortable for you. You can increase according to. I have increased my size to 20. You can increase to 22, 24, whatever you want. So increase it, it will be good. So it will be helpful for you to do things. Now, this is all. Now see, first of all, let's understand what is this static method. So see, theoretically, if I will discuss these things, it will be difficult for you to grasp. So let's write one code, create one class called student, fine. And now I'm writing something inside this class. Let's write passing percentage. Fine. And let's see the passing percentages. Let's write 40. Now, this is a class called student class. I have created one class called student class. And inside this student class, I have created this, I have written one class attribute passing percentage. We have discussed yesterday what is the class attribute. So I have written one class attribute passing percentage is equal to 40. What it means, this class attribute will be assessed by all instances of the classes. Fine. Now let's write some methods inside this class. So first method, let's write, I'm writing the first method as let's say student details. Details is my first method. And write self here. Fine. This is the self. Fine. So this is the first method, student details. And let's write some details about the student, like self dot name. Let's write name is equal to, write the name.
May
Yes.
I ask you something? What about the previous one, where it goes?
Actually, I am writing it in a different way. So I have just deleted it. So I am writing in a fresh way. So you have to follow this. Fine.
So we have to delete that one, no?
Yeah, you can delete it. Not an issue. So def student details, you have to write self. self dot name is equal to, let's write the name Anu, and thereafter I want to print something. Print the name, writing the name like NAME name, and after that you have to write this. You have to give this self dot name. Fine. Second thing that I want to write here as self dot percentage. Percentage is equal to, let's write the percentage at 75. And I also want to print it. So let's print, print, print percentage is equal to self dot percentage. So this one method, I have created one method, student details. Inside that one method, I have created two things, self dot name, self dot percentage. Fine. Now I am going to create a second method here, and the second method is def called is passed. PASSED passed. Fine. And write self here, and then after that I am writing a code if self dot percentage is greater than, let's say, let's write greater than student dot passing percentage, then what you do, then print student is passed. Student is passed. Fine. So this is my first code block, and inside the else, write it like, okay, write it in here. Fine. Inside this else, I am writing this thing. What? Print student is not passed. So this is my second method I have created by the name is passed, and I have written some condition. Now, after that, I am writing one more method here called def and welcome to school. Welcome to school. SCHWL school. Fine. This is my third method. And now here I want to write this print welcome to AI Ki Pathshala. Let's say AI Ki Pathshala. And just close this. So see, now see it. Now I'm going to explain you this thing. What are the things that I have done? First, I have created this class called student class. And inside this student class, I have written one class attribute. This is called class attribute. Why this is called class attribute? Because it is not written inside any of the methods. It is outside the methods and it is inside this class. That's why it is called class attribute. That means whatever instance I will create or whatever object of this student class I am going to create, it will be present in all instances or all object of this student class because it is independent of these methods. That's why whatever object I will create, it will present in all the objects. First thing is clear. Now, I have created one method called student details and I want to write the details of the student. This self, I have to write here. I have created a default name, Anu. Here, self.name is equal to Anu and self.percentage is equal to, let's say, 75. And whatever thing I am writing here, I want to print it. That's why I'm giving this print statement here also, and here also I'm giving this print statement. After that, there is a second method is passed. Self I'm writing here. Now what I'm writing, if self dot percentage, this I'm talking about this percentage. Self dot percentage, I'm talking about this percentage. If self dot percentage is greater than the student dot passing percent. The student dot passing percent. What it means, since see, this is this attribute, this is a class attribute. So you can directly access this attribute with the help of by the class. You in fact do not need an object to access this. That's why I'm not creating the object. I'm simply writing my class name, which is the student here. I'm writing my class name student, and I'm writing dot passing percentage. So it is taking this attribute passing percentage. That means student dot passing percentage means what? 40. Because passing percentage is 40, and student dot passing percent means I am accessing the class attribute of the student, which is passing percentage. So now it will check if this value is greater than the student percentage, then it will print student is passed. Otherwise, else it will print student is not passed. Thereafter, finally, I am writing one more method here, and def welcome to school is the name of this method, and simply I want to print welcome to AI Ki Pathshala inside this. But can you see, I have written self here. I have written self here, but I am not passing self here. Instead of it, what I am passing here, what I want to write, I am writing here at the rate static method. A static method. Fine. So what this static, why I am writing this static method here, and what is the purpose of writing this static method here? So that I am going to discuss right now. So see here, so what it means, static method belongs to a class rather than an instance of the class, and they are called on the class itself without the need to create the object of the class. So let's understand, you do not understand this theoretically, so let's understand this by creating the class, and let me run this thing one by one, then you will be able to understand this, the purpose of creating this. So see, this is one, let's understand this is one class, and there are three methods I have created, and this is a static method. And this is a way to create the static method. You have to write at the rate static method. Whichever method you want to create as a static method, you have to write at the rate static method before it, before the method. So I've written it. Now see, I want to create the object of this student class. So Ruchi, tell me, how shall I create the object of this student class? Can you please tell me? This is a thing I have written. Everything is fine here. Now I want to create the object of the student class. So how will I create the object? This is a very simple thing. We are learning from the day one of the object-oriented programming. How to create
Say if
the,
you write S1, S2 or whatever, S1, S2,
let's
S3, if
say
you
I
name
have
it,
written S1. Thereafter, what I need to write?
is equals to
Is equal to
student,
student. Then
then
I have to close this with this parenthesis. Fine. So you are
okay.
absolutely right. So this is how we create the student object of this class called student object. Now I am writing this print statement here. My purpose of writing the print statement here is, if you want to give a space between two lines, so you simply, if you write a print statement, that line will be, it will take the one line space. Fine. That's why I'm writing. Now, I have created this student class S1. Now, if I want to access, let's say this attribute student details. This is attribute student details. If I want to access this attribute student details, what shall I need to do? Let's suppose if I want to access this student details, so what shall I need to do? If I want to
You need to
access this
call
student
something.
details, this is a method inside this class. What shall I need to do? Tell me.
You need to call it.
How shall I call it? I will
Uh,
call it, I will write S1, my object, then dot,
yes.
then I will write
Then
the
the
method
of
name,
the function
method name,
student, student detail,
student
student detail,
function or method
and
name.
parentheses.
Fine.
Okay.
So what it means, I am not trying to access what is inside this student details. S1 dot student details I am writing. So what it will give me when I am trying to access the student details, what is inside this? There are two print statement present inside it. So I will get these two things, name and self dot name. So name, whatever name I will pass, or here it is the default name is given Anu. So it will print Anu, and self dot percentage, it will print this statement. So when I will access this method by this thing s1 dot student detail, I will get these two lines, name and percentage. Do you get it? Are you able to get it, this thing? Please tell
Yes.
me. Now,
Yes.
I am not printing. I am writing this simple print statement just to create this space. Now, let's do one thing. Write student dot student details, student details, DETA details, and let's pass S1 here. Fine. Let's pass S1. This I am writing just for your understanding. You can also do it like this also. I am writing the class name student dot this method student details, and you can pass the object here also S1. And let's see, we will see what happens. Just write it for a while. Then again, I am writing this print statement. And now I want to access my second method. This is my second method is passed. Fine. So what shall I do? Tell me. Tell me what shall I do to access this method? Mr. Sir, are you guys there?
Yes.
So tell me, sir, what shall I do to access this method? Ruchi, where you went? You went for a break?
No, I'm here only.
Okay, so
But
please
you
tell.
haven't my name, na? That's why I was
Okay,
silent.
okay. Tell me, what shall I do to access this thing? This method is passed. Same thing. Whatever I have done here, same thing I will do here. Just
Same.
I will write S1 dot is passed.
Yeah.
Fine. So in this way, I am able to access this
Fine.
method. Simple. Now, let's write print here. So fine. Now, the most important thing. Let's write S1 dot welcome to school. So this is a method welcome to school, and let's write S1 dot welcome to school and write print, and again write student dot welcome to school. Fine. After that, let's save this code. And now See, here this static method, what it means to be. See here, when I am writing this object, I am able to access S1 that is student details. I am able to access this method student details, and I am able to access this is past method that I have written here with the help of this object S1. Now, when I'm doing this S1 dot welcome to school, S1 dot welcome to school, I am able to access this method inside it, and also I am able to access this with the help of directly with the help of student dot welcome to school. When I am writing this student dot welcome to school, still I am able to access this thing what is inside this, and I have not passed self here. What actually it means, I have not static method that you are creating. See here, whatever static method, whenever you will be creating this static method, this is a static method. So it is not mandatory for you to create the object of that method. You can directly call the static method with the help of the class. So this is my class student, and this is one static method I have created inside my class. So here you can see, to access this method student details, you cannot, and to access this method is past, you need to create the object, and with the help of the object, you are able to access that method. Fine. You will be able to you will be able to access these methods with the help of object. And let's say if you instead of this Anup, and by default this Anup, and by default percentage, let's change it to some name. Then in that case, what it means, you have to write the name. When you are creating the object, you have to give it a name, and you have to give it the percentage also. But the same is not true. You cannot access this with the help of that object. You can directly access that with the help of the student class. That's why what I am doing, let's see here, a student dot welcome to school. So I am getting the output. I am getting this output, welcome to AI Ki Pathshala, which is inside this method, static method, welcome to AI Ki Pathshala. Also, this is accessible with the help of object S1 dot welcome to school. Fine. It is accessible, but it is not mandatory to that it will be accessed only by the object. It can be accessed directly by the class also. Do you get it? So let's make a little change in this code. I am making a little change in this code, and let's see what happens. Instead of this default name Anu, let's write here. No, for that you have to create the init function. So I will write a different, maybe I will write a different code, and then I will explain you the same thing. So is this thing clear for you? Do you have a
Please
clarity?
show me the output. I'm getting a different way of output. I'm getting output on the terminal.
So that is fine. You have to go to the see. You are getting an output on the terminal. That's fine, because you are not selecting the interactive window. You have to click here. See where I am clicking, and you have to select run current file in interactive window. When you will run the file in interactive window, then you will then your interactive window will open. Otherwise, let's I am running this code here. So I am getting this in my terminal here. Can you see the output here? Can you see? Now I am getting the output here in my terminal. Fine.
Okay.
So this is not any issue. That is fine. But if you want, you have to
I'm
select.
getting only two output. Rest I'm not getting.
You are getting only two output.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
must be doing a little bit of some maybe. Let me ping this code in the chat of all of you. You can copy that code from the chat window, and just paste it on your cell, paste it on your system, on your VS Code, and let's try this. You will
Attribute error is showing attribute error. What is happening?
attribute error, so you must be doing some little error there in the code, so you need to check it, or you can share your screen and let me check. This is the only two way to find and rectify the error. So you must be doing some little, very little error somewhere, and because of that, you must be getting the error. If you want, you can share your screen.
Okay, sure.
Can you share your screen?
Yes.
So let me give you the permission to share your screen. So let's give you the permission. I'm stopping sharing. Now let's share your screen. Let me first close your interactive cell. Close it. Not close that on. Yeah, okay. And click on this explorer. Uh, Click on the explorer. At the left. Click on the left. Yes. Click and just uh, do one thing. Just cut this terminal. Close this terminal also. Close the terminal. Now, uh, let me see your code. Okay. Please wait. Let me see it. Class student passing percentage is equal to 40. So, def. See, the first def that you are writing, the first method, you are giving two spaces. Only one space should come. Check. One space is there still or two spaces there? Okay. Now it's fine. First error was there. Now let me see. Any other error? Yes. Let me see first. Let me see. Just go above. Go above. Okay. Let me see your entire code. Self dot percentage. Itna. Then you are writing this. Find self dot percentage. Def is passed if self dot percentage student dot passing percentage passing. See, above you are writing passing percentage, you are writing p in small, and here in the passing percentage student dot passing percentage you are writing p in capital. Write it in small. Yes, here you write p in small. Fine. So second error is rectified. Now go above, go above. Let me see. Now let's try to run the code and see. First save it. First save it. Control S. First save it. Do Control S. Now run the code.
Last time this was not.
Okay. So now another error is coming. Student objected no tribute is
That time also only this error was coming.
okay. Let me see. Student object has no attribute is. So let me see it. Please wait. Let me see one by one your entire code. class student passing percentage. So let's write in a standard way so that it will not be get confused. Otherwise, I am not able to see what is left behind. So write it in my way. So in the passing percentage, write in second percentage, in the percentage, write P in capital. And I will be implementing that everywhere. Write P in capital. Just go in the first line, passing percentage, passing, after passing, write P in capital. Yes, write P in capital. Fine. Thereafter, let's come to the def student details. Let me see, DE student, def student details. Fine. Self, fine. After that, self dot name is equal to, let's write some name. Fine. Print name, self dot name. Fine. This is fine. Self dot percentage is equal to 75. Fine. Print percentage, self dot percentage. Okay. Fine. Def is passed. Write P in capital, is passed. In is passed, write P in capital. Fine. Self, if self dot percentage is greater than student dot passing, after passing, write P in capital. Percentage, print student is passed. This is also fine. Then else print student is not passed. This is also fine. Now come to the last line. Okay, you are missing some very important thing. That's why above this def welcome to school, well, def welcome to school, write at the rate, write at the rate, at the rate, at the rate. Give one line space. Give one line space. Just press enter key. Huh. And just above D, write at the rate. Above D, give one more space. Come one more space before. Yes. Now write at the rate. Write static. STATIC. No, no. Do not give space. Do not give space in between at the rate and static. Write static. STATIC in small. In small. Everything will be in small. Static method, METHOD. Fine. Now welcome. Now save this. Do Control S. Now come below. Okay. Let me see. S1 is equal to student. Fine. This is fine. Student. Print. This is also fine. S1 dot student details. Student details. This is also fine. Print student dot student details. Student details S1. This is also fine. Print S1 dot is passed. This is also fine. Print S1 dot welcome to school. Just remove this hash from here. S1 before S1, remove this hash. Yes, remove this. Fine. S1 dot welcome to school. Print then student dot welcome to school. Now save this entire code by doing Control S. Now run it. Now run the code. Wait. Why you are getting this error? Student object has no attribute. Welcome to, okay. Fine, fine. See, correct it. In S1 dot welcome to school, you are writing O in capital. Write O in small. S. Good. Now save this.
S should be in
S, okay.
capital, right?
X should be in capital. Then put S in capital. Fine. Now save this. Control S. Now run it again.
Yeah. This one is something different that we have done before.
Can you see? Now
Yeah.
everything is coming fine.
Yeah.
Now your
Then
code
why
is
at the end showing me this
what?
function underscore main underscore dots
That will be fine. I will explain you that. But now your code is running fine. See, you were doing a very minor silly mistakes. You can say it. Silly mistakes that you were doing, because of that your code were running. Now, do you understood what is the purpose of this static at the rate static method? Do you understood the purpose?
No.
Okay. Just stop sharing your screen. Now I will explain you once again. So let's understand this. See, one thing that okay, I will explain after the class will over. Please wait for a few minutes, Ruchi. I will explain you very important thing. Now, okay, this I don't want. Let's open another code. Fine. See, my purpose here. See, when I have created this object S1 of this class, I am able to access this method with the help of the object, the student details and each past. Fine. But when I am writing, and here also I am passing self, here also I am passing self. But here, what I am writing here static method at the rate static method. This is called also a decorator, static method decorator. And I am writing one method def welcome to school. So I do not need to create the, I do not need object for this method to access. To access this method, I do not need an object. I can directly access this method with the help of my class. So see, here student is my class, student dot welcome to school, and I'm able to access it directly. And in other way also I'm able to access it with the help of this object s1 dot welcome to school. Do you understand this?
No.
Okay, fine. So do one thing. I am writing one more code, and thereafter let's understand in that code, and again we will come back to this code after understanding the second code that I'm going to show you. Is this fine for you? Now let me
Yeah.
write one more code here. Let's create one more file and let's write another code here. Let's write practice2.py file. Fine. Now let's write one more code. And to understand this static method, what I mean by this static method. So I'm writing one more code for you and let's write. Let's understand this. So Mr. Misra sir, are you there?
I think you have got sponsor for your this thing, AI Ki Pathshala.
I have got?
You have got one sponsor for your AI Ki Pathshala.
No,
Yeah, I'm seeing that you have got a sponsor for AI Ki Pathshala.
I do not know. Actually,
Para, Parodontox toothpaste.
I do not know.
You,
I will
you,
see.
you see Advanced Python 003. They have
Okay.
sponsored 31 of your videos.
Sponsored.
Yeah.
I do
Is it
not.
fake or I don't know?
I do not know. I am not aware of that actually. I am not
But
aware
if
of
they
that.
have sponsored, then you should, I don't know. They
Actually,
have.
even I have got a call from a lot of LinkedIn guys. I've got my LinkedIn is full that we want a full-time mentor. I want a full-time faculty in these institutes. So kindly share your interests. So we can talk. So I haven't replied to any one of them because my interest is not in that. Okay, because my interest lies here to make Ruchi understand what she is not able to understand and make you
Because I
able to.
started this just I was looking at your this AIK Pathshala session 003
Okay.
sometimes before. So I found that it was not starting straight away. I found an advertisement, and that of this Paradon Talks, and they said that they are sponsored 31 of their videos. I don't know what is that.
Even
So
I am not aware of that.
so that
So,
means your channel has been monetized, maybe.
no. It's not monetized yet. It's not monetized, and it
Then
will
how
take.
come they are sponsoring us?
I am not aware of that.
Okay, okay.
Seriously, I am not aware of that. I have to look into it. I am not aware of that. I am not aware of it. So see, we will discuss that after maybe after the class. We can wait for 5 minutes and we can discuss all these things. So let's understand. I'm going to discuss one more code with, and in this code, I'm going to discuss this static method. Then I will again go back to the first code, and then I will make you understand the first code. So see, and okay, sir, Mr. Sir, do you able to understand what I have discussed here in this first code? Okay, fine. Ruchi, uh, this is this happens when we miss a class, one class or two class maybe, and then this problem happens because yesterday also we have discussed utils, utils, and give a special emphasis on lowercase, uppercase thing, because if you miss a small thing, then you will get error. You will face an error. So this is one class, math utils. Inside this class, I am writing 4 different static methods. So for writing the static method, first thing you should understand, whenever you are writing a static method, you have to put at the rate first and write static method. Fine. Thereafter, you have to define that method. Let's say I am writing this static method called add. This is a very simple example I am taking just for you, Ruchi. And then let's, inside this method, I want to return this x plus y. I want to add two numbers, x plus y, inside this method, and I'm returning the value. Fine. Now, I am writing one more static method, and inside that static method, I want to do this subtraction, and I am return x minus y. My second static method I have written. Now I am writing a third static method, and this time let's do multiply, and let's return this thing. So my third static method I have written. Fine. Now again I am writing one more static method, and this time let's divide. Def divide x comma y, and inside this what I am writing, if y is not equal to 0, return x by y, else return division by 0, division VISION, division by 0, not allowed. Fine. So my code, I have completed my code. Let's save this. Have you guys written this thing? Are you guys able to write this code?
No. Give me 2 minutes.
So first write this code. I am giving you 2 minutes of time to write this code. So I have written this class. Now let's create the object of this class. Let's create the object. So I am creating this okay. Sorry, I am not going to create the object of this class. This is what I want to say to you. So what you have learned till date before, that when we are creating some class, and when I want to access the method or function inside that class, how you will access it? Tell me, Ruchi. This is a question for you. This is a question I'm asking to you. You can explain me in Hindi or whatever language you are. जब मैं कोई क्लास यहाँ बना रहा हूं, जब भी मैं कोई क्लास बनाता हूं और उसके अंदर कोई मेथड है या कोई फंक्शन है, उसको मैं कैसे एक्सेस करता हूं? बताइए.
Just by calling the function.
So how you will call that function? First, what is the first thing that you are doing?
First you
see, when you are creating any class, after creating a class, you are writing, let's say, some method, and after that,
attribute. First, you need to specify the attribute.
You need to specify. You need to create an object of this class.
Yeah, object of this class.
This is the first thing that you were doing, na? Till now, you were doing.
You can print that.
So, according to you, if let's say this is one method present in this class, this def subtract is, let's say, one method. This is a method present inside this class, and if you want to access this method, what you will do? Tell me. This is a question for you.
You want to access which?
Yes.
Class?
See, you will first create the object. Which object? Of this class, math utils class. Fine.
That I understood, but where is the object?
That is the question. Where is the object? That you need to create the object. मैं
Okay.
आपसे ये पूछ रहा हूं कि अब तक जो भी
I
हम
got your
पढ़ा था
point.
उसके लिए मुझे ऑब्जेक्ट पहले क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, एंड उस ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू मैं इस मेथड को एक्सेस करूंगा, है ना। लेट्स से आई हैव क्रिएटेड एन
I got your point.
ऑब्जेक्ट।
What you are
लेट
saying, but object creation will be different, vary from person to person. No, I can
ऑब्जेक्ट,
create any object of this
हाँ,
particular
दैट
class.
इज
You can
फाइन,
create any.
दैट इज फाइन, एनी ऑब्जेक्ट।
So I want S1 will be
You
the
need to
first
revise
object.
it from the very first session. You need to revise it from the first session because you are confusing. Because object, it can be any object. Let's create any object. Let's create this. Let's say I'm creating the object M1 and I want to access this. So what you will do? You were creating the object and then
S1 is equal to
let's
S1
say
is
you are,
equal to
देखो सुनो आप मेरी बात, मैं आपको क्या बताना चाह रहा हूं कि जब भी हम कोई क्लास क्रिएट करते हैं और उसके अंदर मेथड होता है, तो मेरे को जब मेथड को एक्सेस करना होता है तो मैं कैसे करता हूँ, पहले हम क्लास का एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाते हैं, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट का कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हैं, और उस ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू हम मेथड को एक्सेस करते हैं। एम आई राइट? यही तो करते थे,
yes.
यही मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूं आपसे, यही तो करते थे ना हम लोग। लेकिन अब मैं आपको दूसरा
And
तरीका बताता हूं। अब ये तरीका ये है कि यहां पे मैं ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं क्रिएट करूंगा, मैं इस क्लास के थ्रू डायरेक्ट इस मेथड को एक्सेस करूंगा। और आप देखते होंगे कि हम सेल्फ लिख रहे थे, अब मैं सेल्फ कहीं भी इस पूरे फंक्शन में आपको, कहीं भी पूरे क्लास में आपको सेल्फ दिख रहा है कहीं भी? क्योंकि मैं सेल्फ नहीं यूज कर रहा हूं और मैं एट द रेट स्टैटिक मेथड लिख रहा हूं। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये मेथड जो है ये डायरेक्टली इस क्लास का मेथड है, इसमें सेल्फ का कोई रोल नहीं है। जब हम लोग ऑब्जेक्ट बनाते तो सेल्फ का रोल होता था, यहां पे मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि सेल्फ का कोई रोल नहीं है, और इसको मैं बिना ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किए हुए भी इन सारे मेथड्स को एक्सेस कर सकता हूं। और वही मैं अभी करने जा रहा हूं और वही मैं आपको अभी दिखाने वाला हूं। अब देखिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, लेट्स सी। I directly want to access this thing, so let's write print, and let's write addition. Let's write something inside it. Let's write addition, and thereafter write, directly call this method utils dot add, and pass x comma y. So give some value, give the value of x, give me the value of x.
7.
How much?
7.
7. Other value?
9.
9. Same thing I am doing here. Now give two value again, give me two value. Give me two value.
2, 1, 3.
Two value only.
I read 2 and 3.
Okay, so repeat it in a little bit loud way manner so that I will be can hear it. Fine. So now let's write print and give two again, give me two value. Give me any two value.
9 and 4.
9 and 4. Fine. So let's Again, give me two value. Division by, no, I don't want to write this division by 0, not allowed. Simply write division. And math utils dot divide and give me two value. Let's give 20.
30.
Okay,
Okay,
30, comma
divided by 3.
3. Okay, so it's done. Now see, save this. So math utils is the name of my class. I am directly accessing dot add and passing this value x comma y here, x comma y. Math utils dot subtract 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3. Math utils dot multiply 9 comma 4. Math utils dot divide 30 comma 3. So can you see here, am I making any object of this class? Am I making any object of this math utils class? Tell me.
No.
I am directly accessing. So let's see if my code runs or not. So now I am running this code. Can I get my output? Can you see the output? Addition 16. You have given 9, 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 9 and 4 is, 9 into 4 is 36. And 30 divided by 3 is 10. Do you got this thing? So what I was trying to explain you, that whenever you are writing this @static method, that means you do not need to write self inside it. You can access that method directly by the name of the class without creating the object of the class. This is called static method. This is called static method. Now, do you get the point or not? Tell me.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Got
it? Now,
Yeah.
now let's go to
Will
the,
you show me the lower part of the code?
again can, okay. This thing.
Yeah. Just says one second.
So let's move to the previous code. Now, when I will explain you the previous code, you will be able to understand now. See, what I am trying to explain you here. I have written this method. Can you see self here? Can you see self here? But in this method, I have written
Yes.
@static method. So I need to access this method, or to access this method, I need to create the object of this student class. Fine.
Object.
But to access this method, welcome to school,
Fine.
it can be accessed directly by this student dot welcome to school. See, student dot welcome to school. Can you see this? Can you see?
Yes. Yes.
So this is what I was trying to explain. And this is thing, if you revise the previous sessions, you will understand what is this. This is called class attribute. And there are two type of attributes we have discussed in the last session. So if you will revise that session, you will understand what is this. This is class attributes and one is the instance attribute. Then you will understand, and I have also explained the difference between the class attribute. There was a complete whole session was there, and I have take a lot of code in that and explained it with the help of code. So now this one thing is, have you got a clarity of this static method?
Yes.
So now it's 11 already. So I'm not going to continue night, because I thought of earlier, I have thought of explaining the two things. But see, if you would have come with the last session revision, then we would have completed one more thing today. But we are not able to complete it today, so we will, that is called the, now one is called the class method. So tomorrow I am going to discuss this class method, and it is a very simple thing. Let's discuss it today only. Mr. Misra sir, are you there? I suppose.
If you can open.
Can I discuss one more thing today? Very simple code. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Can I discuss one more thing today? Okay, fine. Let's skip it for tomorrow. So I will be discussing the class method tomorrow. And please request you, all of you, please revise the previous sessions, because why I'm telling you every time. So that's all for the day. I'm stopping the recording now. So stopping the recording.